What's up, guys? It's yours truly, the Money Nista. Yes, tax strategist, business owner, real estate investor. I'm the founder of the Tax Strategies Mastermind. I have 20 years in audit, accounting, and tax, with 13 of those years being in the large business and international division of the Internal Revenue Service, examining large entities that report 10 million or more in gross receipts and our assets. And I'm going to talk to my business owners today. I need to talk to you guys because I get a lot of questions in my mastermind on Instagram, Facebook, whatever have you. If you are just starting out as a business owner and you're a small business and you're scaling, please keep clean transactions. I know that you get a lot of memes, a lot of videos, a lot of IG, a lot of advice online, okay? Be careful about who you take advice from. Please check their bio. Please check their credentials. I am an enrolled agent as well. Don't assume a CPA is a tax professional. A CPA is a certified public accountant. Okay. Accountancy is a large umbrella. You have many areas underneath accountancy, right? Just like law, you have different kinds of lawyers, right? Just like medicine, you have different kinds of doctors. Okay. Your general practitioner can't take care of everything. That's why he refers you to a specialist, a back specialist, a foot specialist, an eye doctor. So I want you to think of accountancy as the same, right? There are different areas of expertise. And there are people who are tax professionals that specialize in just special industries, and they only know that industry. You have people who specialize in the trucking industry, people who specialize in e-commerce. You have people who specialize in restaurants. You have people who specialize in brick and mortar retail stores. So, if you are dead set on finding somebody in your area, which it'll be very hard because a tax advisor is very, very expensive. Okay, for the average small business owner, just make sure you ask the appropriate questions. Like, are you familiar with the tax code, particularly in this industry, my industry? What are some things that you know? What are some tax codes that you know? And have an interview, right? And don't do it during filing season. That's when your preparers are super busy with people they actually been helping all year long because those people paid them to help, right? They're not going to give you their time when their time is limited because they have to file returns. So I want to give this advice. Keep clean transactions. Let your business be business. Let your personal be personal. You will hear a lot online. Well, you can deduct the cost of your family vacation as long as you have a business meeting. You will hear a lot. I am speaking on the side of an internal revenue agent, an examiner, okay, that has audited hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of returns. Okay, albeit in large business, small businesses, you don't get the same grace and mercy as a large business, particularly in exams, because your bookkeeping is a little less organized than, say, a large entity that uses software for their books and records, like PeopleSoft, and I don't even know if they still use that, but really big providers of general ledgers that track transactions, right? It's a little different. Okay, you guys have to be a little bit more diligent. Keep transactions clean until you're operating in your business in such a way that you can take certain liberties, if you will. No, you cannot write off a whole vacation just because you had one lunch and you discussed business. Okay. You can hire your family members, but the job has to be bona fide, right? Bona fide meaning legitimate. It has to make sense. The salary for that person that you pay your family member has to be legitimate, right? It has to be bona fide, it has to be reasonable. Okay. I'll go with an egregious example. You pay your child to file paperwork and you pay them $80,000 a year because you want to reduce your tax liability, right? That reduces wages, reduce your business's tax liability. That's not bona fide. Okay. That's not a reasonable salary. So I want to encourage you to be very legitimate. I want to encourage you to be clean. You can hire family members. There's nothing wrong with that, right? Let business be business. I have a business credit card. I had someone come to me and my students say they were examined, and because they didn't have a business bank account, the examiner dismissed, his expenses, and they were legitimate, but he didn't have it in an actual business bank account. For those of you who use merchants like Venmo, have a business merchant account, right? PayPal, business PayPal account. Okay, have a payment processor that is dedicated for your business and that is actually set up as a business account. All right. Have a business bank account. You need to legitimize yourself, right? I talked about credit cards. Not everybody can get a business credit card, and that's fine. You can use your personal credit card, but make sure you dedicate it to your business until you can get a business credit card, and consistently and constantly check every 6 months and apply for a business credit card so that you can start logging your expenses under your business credit card. Now, American Express, they're very easy with issuing business credit cards. However, they're not good for building business credit because they only report negative items. So I had to even do the business credit card with Amex at first, and my credit was excellent. And then I opened up a business bank account with a bank that I already had that I used for personal reasons, personal measures, and I wanted to start a business banking relationship, and they gave me a credit card. And I switched everything over to the business credit card. But I went from one business credit card to another, right? I always kept the business bank account. Okay, you never, ever put your business in your personal bank account. A business bank account is not hard to open. As soon as you incorporate, you form your LLC, and in most cases, in most states, you can do it online and get those articles of organization right then and there. And go to the IRS website, get your EIN. It's free. Get it right there. You can take those items and your ID with the same address. They have to match the address, and open up a business bank account with your local bank, right? I suggest going to a brick and mortar bank, just because you want a lot of functionality. You want to be able to go in. You want to have a banking relationship with someone there, or maybe a credit union, whatever have you, right? So again, make sure you separate your business from your personal expenses. It's top of the year. Please, please, please. The IRS can deem your business as a hobby. And what happens when they deem your business as a hobby? They eliminate all your expenses because hobby expenses are not allowed. So they will tax you on the income, and you won't be allowed any of those expenses to reduce the income and therefore reduce your tax liability. Okay. So I am going to be the person that doesn't give you the news you always want to hear, because it's important to give you the truth behind an examiner's eyes. Okay, so I am my foundation is audit. Okay, accounting and tax, right? I was an auditor within tax compliance, the United States Tax Code. Okay, these individuals were at least 10 million or more in grocery center assets, and that's the low end. And I know that in the small business division, you don't get that kind of grace and mercy with certain transactions. And I will always tell you, you do not have the same space to operate the way large businesses do, because you haven't grown, you haven't scaled yet. Okay, so focus on scaling your business and focus on keeping things separate. Until you can get a business credit card, guys, use the one you have. Make sure you clean it off of all personal items, pay it off, transfer balances, whatever have you, and start off fresh. Okay, but I would advise you to try and get a business credit card as soon as possible, and you ask the bank that you open your business bank account with if they have a credit card for your business. Maybe they'll start you off with even a small balance. That's okay. They do raise it after you pay it on time, and it gets reported to Dun & Bradstreet, so you can get your business credit going. Okay. So I hope this was a little tidbit for you guys. Keep clean transactions. I'm never going to give you information just to make you feel good. I'm going to give you the truth, right? I go for the gut when it comes to the tax code. That means things that matter. I skip over the minutia, and I skip over the feel-good deductions. And we'll talk about feel-good deductions in another episode. So thank you for coming to my page, and feel free to share. Bye until next time.